Well, yeah, this was the first song I ever wrote, and then we never performed it with the bands then. Well, I went through the Great Society, then I went through another band called Mojo, and then I decided to have a small recording studio at home. And it was during this recording sessions that I was recording a gospel album one day, and I met Tips. She had come in. It was kind of a like different people, a compilation of different people singing on the album in Khasi and in English. And now you know the reason why. After listening to her just now, you know the reason why I fell for her. And well, when we first started out 10 years ago, I remember I had a small Roland workstation, a VS880, and what we would do then was I would program the drum parts and the bass lines. I would plug in the guitar, Tips would play guitar, and she would sing, and that's how we would travel. We did quite a few shows. This was before Soulmate was formed. And then, we weren't really satisfied with that because, playing the blues, we missed out on the human element in the music, because we were stuck with just whatever was recorded, that many bars, like a verse, a chorus, and whatever, And then if we wanted to extend that, we just couldn't do that because that was it. That's when one day we were sitting down in this cafe over a cup of coffee, and we were talking about this. We said, like, why not hire some musicians and let's get a band together, And I was writing songs then, and quite a few songs. So one of the songs that I'd written was called "The Blues Is My Soulmate," and we decided to take the name for the band off that song, because the blues is our soulmate, And even then, at that point of time as well, when we first started, a lot of people kind of like, they were going like, the blues in India? No way. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. But then, I just believe that as a musician, I think if you really want to make something happen, you got to be dedicated and you got to work really, really hard, because things just don't fall in your lap,
Took us 10 years.
Yeah, it's taken us 10 years, and I just believe even if you're going for a musical education, even then you still have to work hard. You have to start from scratch. That's why sometimes when I see a lot of shows happening all over India, sometimes I feel the young bands, young musicians have it really good, because all they got to do is just walk in there, plug in and play, They've never had to cart around gear, they've never had to,
play with lousy
equipment or whatever, your guitars. I remember those days we had those Gibson guitars, Reynolds and Gibsons, just thick, massive strings. But then that was all part of the learning experience, the growing experience for us as musicians, And I just feel that where we are today, and the music scene in India, I think we're in a very, very, very good place right now. There are a lot of avenues, a lot of venues, a lot of festivals happening, a lot of promoters, and if you're good, people will see it, they'll understand that, and they will support you, and you'll have your gigs happening, there's no doubt about that, But you got to start from scratch, like I say. So this song, Blues Is My Soulmate, it went something like this. Just want to try this out? We'll do it a little differently from
Blues is my teacher, the blues is my friend. The blues never hurts me, it just heals me in the end. Oh yeah, I thank God for the blues. The blues calms me down when the going gets Rudy and me.
Yeah, so basically now what I'd like to tell all you young people here, really wanted to make it as musicians or guitar players or whatever. The main thing is to try and be as humble as you can and try and learn and accept different kinds of music, because that's how you learn. You know, you just stick to one thing, you know, then and you block your senses or your ears from the rest of the stuff. You know, you're never going to be inspired. So you got to be open. You got to be open. You got to learn to accept a lot of different kinds of music, because there's so much music happening on this earth. And then you can decide. For me, when I made the decision to get into the blues, you know, that was much later, when I was past the Great Society. I took a break for about 3 or 4 months, trying to decide what I wanted to do in my musical life. You know, that's when I started listening to a lot of the early blues musicians, people like Son House, Mamie Smith, Bessie Smith, Lightning Hopkins, and I kind of rethought myself guitar. I tried and unlearn everything that I had learned, that I was playing with the other bands, and I kind of re-educated myself. I started off from scratch, playing just an acoustic guitar, getting into the soul of it, and I think that really helped me on this journey. You know, I'm still discovering a lot of things. I'm still learning a lot of things. We both are, and it's just that right now y'all have a lot of opportunities where music is concerned, to learn music. You know, like I said earlier, I really wish I had learned how to read and write music. Y'all have that opportunity right now, and I feel if you guys are dedicated and work hard enough, your dreams will come true. Your dreams will come true, and I think it's a good time to be making music in India right now. It's a really good time.
Good, check. Would you sing some more? One more? Do one more.
Okay, I sing a song that relaxes me. Most of the time I sing this song. It's a story about what I do from the moment I wake up to the moment I go back to sleep. Oh. I like to have my cup of tea. Well, that's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning. It just wakes me up so gently and gets me ready for what the rest of the day has in store for me. Then I clean my little room, do the dishes, cups and spoons, make sure everything is in place before I leave. I say goodbye to my mother as she leaves for another day of work. The office, yeah. Then I get a call from my man. He wants to know what my plans are for the day, and if we're gonna meet up sometime. It brings a smile to my face. Think I'll go on to his place, spend some time with him, just hang out and chill, and then later meet up with my friends. I haven't on the latest news? Who's happy? Who's got the blues? Man, I just can't wait to get a move on. I got to have my cup of tea. Ooh, baby, where's my cup of tea?
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Soulmate!